There was a time in my life when I felt really low self-esteem, where I really genuinely didn't like myself. And this had snowballed over a few years. And it got to the stage actually of some quite dangerous things, self-harm, a lot of addiction to different things. Over a period of years, I actually craved death, so it got quite bad. I found myself actually at a crisis point where I was unable to speak. And I lay in bed for about 3 days, terrified, and mechanically I just couldn't talk. It was really scary. And in that place I just had to admit that I couldn't sort it out. And for the first time in my life I really let go. I really said to God, God, if you exist, you do it, because I can't, I've got nothing, I've tried everything, and I can't do this. And gently over the next few days, I became able to speak again, but actually I chose not to. And I decided that I would need to listen. So I began listening, and God said 2 specific Bible verses to me. I had gone away on retreat effectively, so I'd just gone to the coast. And the first one was a psalm of David just saying, I come to the coast to do business with you, Lord, declare me innocent. And that was all I wanted. I wanted to be declared innocent. I had spent so many years declaring myself guilty, and I was unable to declare myself innocent. The second verse said, I come to your altar, O Lord. And I realised that I was sitting on top of a hill, and I was sitting on some stones at the top of this hill that were the perfect altar. They were like, it was like textbook, like 2 cubits wide. You know, it was like a perfect altar, like big slab of rock. In the last day, I just sat and I read Hebrews, and in Hebrews, I got the notion that the concept that perhaps my value didn't change, perhaps it wasn't up for grabs. And I walked up the coast path, and I came up to these massive cliffs, these beautiful cliffs. It was just a windy day, and I just stopped, suddenly really aware of the height of these cliffs. And I heard God say, what? And I realised then I feel fear. I feel concerned for my own safety for the first time in years. And I realised then that means that I must have value. If I didn't have value, I wouldn't be worried about falling off the cliff. I heard God say, bless that thought. And as he said that, I got hit by a wall of water, splosh. And what had happened was a gust of wind had blown up the cliff face and had just lifted one of those little trickles of water you get over cliffs. And it got me bodily, knocked me sideways. A few hours earlier, I just finished reading Hebrews. And at the end of that, it references this moment when Moses spritzes the people of Israel. They get right with God, and to kind of commemorate the moment, you know, they get kind of early form of baptism. And that's exactly what had happened to me. And I'd come to the end of years of turmoil, and the one thing that I craved was peace. And I realised that that was kind of the conclusion in Hebrews, that when you get right with God, you get to enter God's rest. And that was the one thing I craved, was peace. And it descended on me like a grand piano made out of like hummingbirds. It was unbelievable. I just lay in this meadow on top of this cliff for like 40 minutes and just, I guess, was restored.